Well, the rain has been certainly welcome here in the valley in those areas that have picked it up this morning. Several locations in the southern valley and into the east, and some reports coming in close to an inch in the Campbell area in Minnesota. Vining, one of our viewers, shared with us about a ½ inch of rain fell there, and then kind of dropping off from there. The Wolverton area about 1/4 of an inch. In Horace, near the FM metro area, we had a little over 1/10 of an inch of rain there. On the north side of town, not much at all, so it really depended on where you were, and that's certainly the case throughout the valley. Here's our view in Grand Forks, turning a bit cloudy after some sunshine this morning. Not very active in Grand Forks and into northeastern North Dakota through the day today. The focus has been in the south and into Minnesota. And here's our storm warning again. Lake of the Woods, northern part of Lake of the Woods County, in that northwest angle area, included in this warning for another 4 minutes or so, though most of the storm is now moving outside of the warned area at this point in time. Then there are other cells we're watching, a little downpour north of Roseau again, and then Badette looking a little quieter after a storm was nearby. That's the area of focus right now, but we have the potential for more storms to pop as we continue into the afternoon. A couple of cells where we're seeing a little bit of sprinkle activity going on down into the southeastern part of Lakes Country. We're watching this area of clouds moving in, and we could see some activity along that area too. So this is something to watch as we've got really high instability here in the valley to help produce any storms. Any storms that start to pop, they will get big in a hurry, and that best bet will be in our eastern counties here for today. Here's a look at our temperatures. It is warm. We're at 88 degrees in Fargo. Across the river in Moorhead at the airport there, 84. We're at 82 in Detroit Lakes and 86 in Oaks and Gwinner. Northern Valley into the 70s right now, and some 80s too. Grand Forks is at 81 degrees. So looking at conditions that are steamy here. Here's a look at our dew points. We're in the 70s, and on that dew point scale, we're at the top. We're in that 70-degree range, so it's really feeling uncomfortable. And as we step over to the wall, you can expect some heat index values. We've been talking about this week, the potential of nearing 100. Well, Valley City was just there last hour. Now back down to 97, 99 in Sisseton. It feels like 94 in Fargo. So you can tell southeastern North Dakota really is where we've got some of the higher dew points combining with higher temperatures. Here's a look at our winds. This is telling too. We've got wind out of the south gusting into the 20s here in Fargo, and then it's turning northerly up in northeastern North Dakota behind a front that's moving in, and that's when we're going to see the inflection point essentially for that potential for rain and thunder popping here heading into the afternoon as this continues to move farther east into northwest Minnesota. So let's take a look at our hour-by-hour planner. Expect again some spotty areas of rain and thunder early this afternoon, but as we head further into the afternoon hours, that's when the likelihood is greater for some of these storms to pop, perhaps some supercell thunderstorms producing some large hail, damaging wind gusts. I can't rule out an isolated tornado, especially early on in the development of these. You can see one on our forecast model here over Red Lake. This is 3 o'clock, right in that same area where we had that EF1 tornado not too long ago, earlier this week. And then as we head into the afternoon, further into the afternoon, again, these are isolated cells. So this is not going to be an event that affects everybody, but the potential's there. If you're along the Red River and east, that's where I would be focused for that chance for a strong storm or two. It gets really rocking the farther east this goes, more into Wisconsin and other parts of Minnesota, where they're looking at an even greater severe threat for those folks there. So once that clears, our eastern counties will be done with this after that. Here's a look at that severe weather risk. Timing again, afternoon into the early evening. We've got a marginal risk for our eastern counties in deeper green. That's a level 1 out of 5, so low end. But still, if we see one of these storms develop, we could get some pretty large hail, up to 3 inches in diameter, and other concerns for severe weather with any of those storms as well. 7-day planner looking quieter, but we do have some potential for smoke moving in behind this system, and we'll talk about that coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Quieter, but it's still hot.
Still warm. I mean, not necessarily 90s, but, you know, kind of stepping back a little bit into the 80s, still feeling like summertime.
Okay, we'll accept that. Thanks, Lisa.